And it looks like we are live once again. Santos Jr. here, a.k.a. California. I see we have somebody that has joined in. I got some house cleaning to go over with here. Somebody disappeared. I thought I'd rock just a little bit here for a few minutes before we get started. Hey, what's up, the wall man? Joe. Yes. Great things are up, you know. Challenges and everything else that comes along with life, my friends. Let's get excited tonight. You guys with me? I think I scared somebody away. Let's get excited. It's Friday. Why are we here? Why are we here? Why are you here? I'm open for some questions tonight. So you helped me to quit playing slot machines. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that and sharing that with me. The wall man. Now I got to go by your avatar because I don't know your name, so I don't know who you are. But welcome to the broadcast. This is episode number 14, my friends. What are we going to do tonight? Friday night. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on distracting people. I'm going to work on distracting people from moving in the wrong direction tonight. Okay? There we go. The theme from Rocky's over. I am going to work on distracting people from moving in the wrong direction tonight. Anybody with me here? Right? Hopefully that's not us, right? We're not moving in the wrong direction. We're moving in the right direction. So let me get started. I've got a little bit of house cleaning to do. Those of you that have joined up, we're going to do a little bit of, I want to ask you guys some questions. I want you guys to ask me questions. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you sharing that with me. The wall man, you gave yourself permission, my friend. I was just a little spark in your life. And hopefully I'll continue to be more of a spark in your life. It's important that we associate with good things. Would you guys agree with that? It's so important that we associate with good people, good things, great experiences, right? The experiences that are going to help us take our lives and take our mindset to the next level, whatever that level may be for you, my friend. Only you know. Yeah, I can speculate, I can talk, I can share. I know what my level is, so I just have to focus on me, right? We all have to focus on each other individually. So, by the way, there's some links there at the top of the chat, my friends. If you haven't subscribed to soldiersofselfmastery.com, I would highly encourage you to subscribe to that email. You'll get one email from me a week, just one. I won't flood your emails, I won't spam you. So you'll get a Monday email from me. It's kind of keep up, and you can kind of shoot me an email too. I'd love to hear about what you're up to, and maybe you're struggling with something or you just have a question. So subscribe at soldiersofselfmastery.com. That's going to be at the top of the chat area, okay? The book, you guys already know about my book, Amazon. It helps the mission go forward. And once again, thank you for your donations. Those of you that, if you're being helped in some way by coming here on Friday, if you are, feel free to give, from anywhere in the world, feel free to give. You're giving through a secure site, so you don't have to worry about your card, whatever it is that you want to donate. But it helps the mission go forward. It helps me also continue to give to other missions. So we're going to talk a little bit here. Let me see what. So welcome to Friday Night Alive Power Hour. Power Hour. I see people are dropping off. I don't know. Maybe I'm scaring you guys. But this is Friday Night Power Hour. You know, Eleanor Roosevelt, you guys remember I mentioned her in a couple of episodes. I'll probably continue to mention her. Eleanor Roosevelt, the wife of one of the presidents of the United States back in the 1900s, Theodore Roosevelt. She said, do something scary every day. Do something that scares you every day. What is that going to do for us? What is that going to do for us? We're going to talk a little bit about, we're going to bring up a topic here, and I really hope that you guys will join in. I know there's going to be a few others that hopefully will come together here. But here's what I want to ask you guys. I'm going to ask myself also. So if you're new, obviously I'm just saying, most of you guys already know. What's up, Joe? How is your day, brother? By the way, my day's super fantastic, terrific, over the top, in spite of and because of, regardless. I just choose to make it that way. You know, pain, struggles, challenges, failures, defeats, victories, and all. I just choose. I make up my mind, and that's the way it's going to be. You know, I remember I started saying that to myself about 2.5 years ago. I'm going to make every single day, I'm going to make it a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day, daily, in spite of and because of. And I built that into my brain. I built that into my day, and it's become a habit. So, yeah, and again, every day is a good day, the wall man. Some days are better than others. That's right, right? It's just like sometimes we got to go to the gas station and put gas in the car, right? You can't keep driving your car with just one full tank of gas. Our bodies, our minds, and our spirits are like that. We have to be refueled. Sometimes we can get a little bit of refueling from other people, right? We get energy from other people. But in actuality, we really need to learn to practice continually how to refuel ourselves, because there's going to be times when we're just going to be alone, and that person or whatever it may not necessarily be a person. You know, we can use music, we can use food. Food does refuel us, videos, and live interactive sessions. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy interacting with people. I truly enjoy. I used to hide from people. Anybody hide from people? I remember when I was in the casinos, I was just problem gambling. What did I do? I come home, I would get underneath the covers and hide. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't even want to go to work the next day. I didn't want to see my children, you know, but we need each other. My friends, I need you guys, you know. Who was it? Let me see. There was a slogan. The U.S. Army. Who was it? Uncle Sam. We need you. I need you. So welcome to the program. Again, this is episode 14. We are live on Sundays also. We're going to be here Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'd love to know who you are. I really would enjoy calling you out by your name if you're not bothered by that, or where you're from. You can tell me a little bit more about yourself. But we're going to talk a little bit about this topic today. And we've been on a series. Basically, what will motivate us to change? What will motivate us to become better? What will motivate us to achieve faster? Right? Anybody want to achieve faster? Man, I know I do. My name is Brian. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Welcome, Brian. Thank you for positive statement there. Well, thank you for being here. And those of you that are here, I see that there are others that are kind of behind the scenes. So I'm going to present a question to you guys. Why is it seem so easy, or why is it that we seem to want to give in so easily today? When it comes to life, when it comes to projects, when it comes to development, self-empowerment. I mean, just about everybody wants more life, right? Just about everybody wants to generate more income. Just about everybody wants to be happier. And I know this one. Everybody wants to make less mistakes, right? We all want to make less mistakes, but the truth is that we're going to make lots of mistakes. That's how we are going to become better. That's how we're going to become better. So I would love to see some thoughts, some questions from you guys. Come on, guys, get in there. Give me some questions. What's your day been like? What are you struggling with? I don't care. I'm struggling. I'm struggling today. I struggle with things every single day. I need to struggle, right? What are your plans for this weekend? Anybody want to share where they're going this weekend? What they're going to do to keep themselves focused and not gambling or not doing some other thing that maybe you've had challenges with and you're having problems with and you're trying to get away from? Or maybe you guys just love hearing the sound of my voice. Oh, man, I appreciate you guys. Well, I'm going to give you one of my ideas why it seems like we want to give in so easily. You know, we have this thing called emotions, right? Anybody know what emotions are? Training the brain. That's right. Joe, we're either training the brain or braining our train, right? You're either training your brain or you're braining your train. I want the beginning. I don't want to be braining my train. So emotions, right? We're emotional people. Earlier today, I was contemplating. I had a message. I always think about messages that I'm going to be sharing and what I'm going to be talking about in my videos. And I was struggling. I was challenged. You know, what is it that I want to share? In the beginning, I was non-scripted. I would come on this live program, and I could be non-scripted, but it's better to have something to follow because I really want to grow. I want to challenge people, and I want to be challenged. That's one of the reasons why I opened up this program. This program does challenge me because there's something called writer's block. It's actually a mental block, right? It's a thought that comes to people that speak, that write books. It's almost like you're done. You don't have no more in you. Where are you going to come from? What material are you going to put together? You know, we have to confront those things and say, you know what? Get away from me. Just get away from me. I don't want you in my life. I'll figure this thing out. Something will come to me. Something will come to me. And it does. You know, that's why earlier I said, Eleanor Roosevelt said, do something that scares you every day. In fact, do a couple of things that scare you every single day. You're going to end up in a better position in life, my friend. You're going to end up in a better position in life. So we are emotional people. Among many reasons why people seem to give in so quickly when they get going in the right direction. New Year's resolutions. Right? Every year, celebration time. New Year's, what is it? Times Square, the ball goes down. The glass, whatever it is, that glass ball comes down, right? New Year's resolution. People are jumping up and they're shouting. They're making their New Year's resolutions. Why do they give in so quickly a week or 2 weeks later? Right? Come on, guys. Get with me here. Am I alone? Anybody want to share? Come on, challenge me. If not, I'll just keep reading. I'll share. By the way, we're not going to be here an hour today. We're going to be here about 30 minutes. We're going to be here about 30 minutes. So we're already halfway into the episode, maybe just a little bit over 30 minutes. The Wall Man, low self-esteem. You know, that's great that you brought that up because that's one of the observations that I've had. We feel inadequate. We feel inadequate. You know, I was watching a video not too long ago, and I didn't understand what this young man was saying in the video, but he said that we're afraid. We all human beings have many different types of fears, and some of those fears they're in our head. I believe it was Winston Churchill that said, we have nothing to fear but fear itself. But some people are afraid of success. Yeah, I remember I used to be. You know, what Santos, what's going to happen if you succeed? And then you got to change, and then you got to do more paperwork, and then you got to work with people, and then you got to do this thing and the other thing. Oh man, do I really want to do that? So you're right. You're right, Brian. Joe, you're saying no direction. That's another good one. Man, are you guys reading my notes or what? Yeah, no direction. And what does it mean, right? What does it mean? What does low self-esteem really mean? What does no direction really mean? What does that mean, guys? A lack of reflecting on the goals. That's right. A lack of, we may feel inadequate. That's one of the reasons why we give in so easily. You know, people are struggling. I was reading some historical reports about gamblers and suicides and just the problems, the ages of these young people that are being exposed to problem gambling. And not just problem gambling, we're talking about alcohol. I mean, there's a lot of partying going on in these college dorms and in the streets. I remember I used to watch that TV program. The Mardi Gras? I think they had the Mardi Gras, and you could see young people just partying on TV, drinking, acting like, you know, foolish. And of course, I don't watch those programs anymore, but that's what people get caught in, especially the weekends, you know. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this program. People are afraid of making changes. They just keep doing the same things because that's what they're used to. It's their comfort zone. Yeah. Why are they? You know what? Why do we want to stay in our comfort zone if we know it's not good for us? I know we're used to it, right? But why? What is it? Human nature is phenomenal. We read. If you go to the library, I go to the library at least a couple times a month, and I look at the books. I mean, the library is full of books, right? All these writers and all these people with ideas and different things, and we're phenomenal human beings, my friends. But yet we tend to focus on all the wrong things. We tend to focus, right? Until we get hit in the head with a spiritual 2x4. Or I like to say that we get hit with a sidewinder, you know? When I was in the Navy, I remember when they used to bring out these big missiles or whatever they were bombs. I know some of them were small, some of them were huge. And, you know, you don't want to get hit on the side of the head with a sidewinder, man. You know, you want to be in control. I don't know about you guys. I want to be in control as much as possible. Because out there, outside of my office, outside of the studio, out there, I'm telling you, there are all kinds of challenges and problems and things going on. And we get out there, you know, and if we're not careful, it kind of gets us, you know, it intimidates us. Or, you know, another reason why sometimes we give in, you know, we just give in. We don't know how to fight. We don't want to fight. All right. We've been used to losing for so long. We say, what's the use? You know, what's the use, man? I'm already here. You know, I read a lot of comments, guys. I read a lot of comments on my YouTube channel. In fact, the comments are coming in so fast some days that I can't even answer all of them. And I really want to answer every comment that comes on my YouTube channels. I believe that's important, but I know there's going to get to a point where I won't be able to do that. It's the same thing with emails. I'm going to have to hire somebody to help me with my emails. But you know, we these three things: be feeling inadequate, feeling intimidated, or saying to ourselves, "What's the use?" I tell you one thing: I'm not going to do it. I'm going to struggle. I'm going to fight. I know that my hours are. We all have a clock. My hours are numbered. I don't know when I'm going to leave. Everything that I'm doing will be left behind. It'll be my legacy. People will be able to follow soldiers of self-mastery long after I'm gone. because of the videos, because of the book, because of the things that I'm doing. And I'm saying that because I want to inspire you guys to dig deep down inside yourselves and don't give in, don't give up. You know, I'm not going down. Joe says, I'm not going down anymore. Thank you, Joe. You know, I get in the elevator sometimes. I'll go to the VA, the hospital there in Livermore or in Palo Alto, and there's a couple of flights up, and I'll get in the elevator, and sometimes people say, "Are you going down?" I say, "No, not anymore." Of course, they may not understand what I'm talking about. I say, "No, I'm going down. I'm just going down to the floor. I'm going down to the first or second floor, but I ain't going down anymore." You got to feed your mind. You got to fight. Earlier, I was playing, when we got started with this program, I was playing the theme, Rocky theme. That really inspires me. So I know, was it Joe or Brian that also mentioned this? Maybe we really don't know what we honestly want, right? I see there's many people joining. Jesus Perez, I got family in Stockton, Santos. Hey, we should have coffee sometime, man. Or if you're not in Stockton, but maybe if you come down and visit, family, we'll have some coffee, man. We'll have some lunch. Lunch will be on me. So I see there's quite a few people. If you want to just share your name and where you're from, if you have a question, come on. Come on, guys, challenge me. You're not going to grow. You're not going to grow if you don't throw some good questions at me. I see some interaction, but I want more. You are. Jay Reading, hi, Santos. You are a hero. Thank you for all you have done. Justin, UK. Wow. Thank you. Welcome to episode number 14. I appreciate you sharing that comment with me. That keeps me going, man. Because I struggle at times, I tell you. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm a leader, but I struggle, and I want to be, what do they call it? I don't want to be invisible. You don't want to be invisible, but you want to be, what is the word that I'm looking for? You don't want to hide. I don't want to. Yes, I've accomplished a lot over the last year, my friends. I'm very grateful for that. I am seriously grateful for that. But I'm never. And I pray to the Lord that He keeps me humble. I have to keep myself humble, because when you start doing things and people become attracted to what you're doing and you're helping people, I feel like a hero. Sometimes I feel like a celebrity, but I know who I am, and I have to maintain humility, because if not, like we talked about earlier, we can give in to things very easily and we fall down. And some people don't get up, sadly. Some people just don't get up. They've been beat down so hard. They beat themselves down, and they just feel sorry for themselves. I know the comments are coming in, and they're disappearing off my screen for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's just the computer. But how long have you been doing counseling? I struggle gambling, and I always watch your videos to help me carry on with my life. Well, I basically started coaching probably within the last year. I've done 8 weeks with my gambling counselor here in England. He told me we all have a choice. It's not like someone has a gun to my head to say I have a gamble, and that's so true. Exactly. We do have a choice. And you have to, one thing that empowers people, and one thing that's going to help you from staying focused and staying the course, is that you have a choice. Whether you make a bad choice, whether you make a bad decision, you're still in control. You're the captain of the ship. The master of the universe has made us individually with our own individual will to be able to choose. But the moment that we say that we're being controlled, you hear people say that, well, I'm out of control. I'm being controlled by. You don't want to be making statements like that, because if you make statements like that, they register in your subconscious, and your voice is more powerful than my voice to you. Remember that. Your voice is more powerful to you than my voice is. So the more that you learn to practice positive self-talk, positive mirror talk, if that's something that you choose to do. I mean, there's many different life hacks that we can use to get ourselves, to make ourselves better people. I talk about the ones that work for me. I seem to have a lot of fun with them. So, but I've been doing this for about a year now. Yeah, I make it up there 2 times a year. Must have coffee. Yeah. Right on, Jesus. Thank you. Choice is key. J reading. Joe says it took me, unfortunately, a number of times before I was able to quit. It took me falling down. Even when I made a decision, I still was struggling a little bit. But you know, Dave Ramsey, he's on YouTube. And I remember I used to listen to this guy, Ryback. Ryback. I believe he's in Canada. I remember I used to come home from the casinos and I'd be late at night. I'd watch his videos. He had some short videos, big old studio, big computers. And this guy lost a lot. I mean, Ryback, you can find him on YouTube. And I used to listen to his short videos and they would give me inspiration to think more about my life. But you know, I would go back and it took me a few times, but it wasn't until I really got serious with myself and I started learning positive self-talk and mirror talks. Those were and video creation. Those were the things that really took my life to a whole nother level. Just making videos, simply making videos. And of course, journaling. So I just started adding a bunch of stuff. So talking about Dave Ramsey, I remember Dave Ramsey has a money talk show on YouTube. And I think he might be on radio. But I caught one of his videos, a short piece of a clip, where he was actually talking to someone via phone. And the guy on the other end was a gambler. And Dave Ramsey said, he's not a counselor. He's not a therapist. He's not a doctor. He's more of he's kind of a solutions guy. Kind of like I am. But anyways, he said, you got to hit it from all angles. If you want to break that thing down, whatever it is, if you want to break it down quick, you got to hit it. You got to hit it from all angles, you know, whatever it is. And I was, you know, doing positive self-talk. I was doing electronic affirmations. I was journaling. I was watching hours and hours and hours of videos. And of course, I was writing my book. And I was also educating myself. I was going to seminars. I was talking to other coaches and even paying other coaches to come consult with me. Some of their coaching wasn't all that great, but it was money that I invested in myself. And some of it was lost, I admit. Some of it wasn't that great. But I got serious, you know, and I started getting serious a couple years ago. And finally, man, when I began to sense that mental shift, I just began to see, wow, you know, I'm into self-empowerment. I'm into helping people with problem gambling. And this is the direction that everything has taken in my life. And here I am. And I'm going to go around the world. I'm going to go global. My books are going to be read. My videos are being watched. And I'm going to continue to struggle and fail my way forward. You know, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on that every day. And but I'll tell you one thing, gambling doesn't have a hold on me anymore. You know, and no addiction does, really. But I may be addicted to something that I might not even be aware of yet. As you grow in life, you begin to see things in yourself. Wow, I didn't know I had this. And, you know, you overcome it. Once you overcome one thing, it's like you become a leapfrog. You know, you're just going from one thing to the next, and it does get easier. Maybe I shouldn't say easier. It becomes a little bit more comfortable. So it took me, Joe says it took me a number of times before I was able to quit. Brian, the wall man, says, I'm recovering now from slot machine gambling. Yeah, you go through withdrawals, man. You definitely go through withdrawals. I just came, and when I say withdrawals, you go through a period where your mind is still, you can still hear the ringing, you know, in your mind. You could, and sometimes you might be somewhere and you hear like a bell, like ding, and it might even remind you of the machines, you know, or you're listening to a song There's a certain instrument in the song that comes on, and boom, it's like a little trigger. That's why we have to be very careful with, let me see, any advice for quitting blackjack? Well, blackjack's it's just another vice. This is my worst game other than slots. You know, the truth is, unless you make up your mind completely, there's a verse, there's a proverb in the Bible that says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. There has to be a decision made. And then the part that's really important is the practice of using your tools. You got to have some tools. You got to have, you know, if you have a book, if you have a journal, if you have videos, or you go to a seminar, or like this program here, this could be a tool for you. Take advantage of this. Use it. If you need to watch this video over again, watch it again. And you don't have to watch it. You could put a headphone on and listen. Man, I spent hours and hours and hours listening to the same videos, guys. Yeah, did it suck? It sure did. Was it a little boring? Yeah, but it seemed like every time that I listened to the same video, I got more out of it. I mean, I remember listening to Earl Nightingale 30, 40 times. Earl Nightingale. But the more I listened, the more I got out of it, the more I was motivated, the more I was excited, because I knew I was onto something. So, and your own voice is better than anybody else's voice. That's why it's so vital, my friends, to talk to yourself when you're not in the casino. If you're in the casino and you're still struggling and you haven't finally quit yet, talk to yourself in the casino. Use your voice. I'm telling you, this thing will move you, my friend. It will turn your world right side up. This thing here. And then when you add all the other tools that you have going on, I'm telling you, my friend. So maybe here's another thing. Maybe we don't really know what we honestly want, right? That could be a real distraction for us not continually pursuing a certain goal. We become emotional, right? Emotional. We feel scared. We feel alone. They say it's lonely at the top. It's not lonely at the top. It's lonely if you want to be lonely. Who is Earl Nightingale? Earl Nightingale is one of my digital coaches. He's one of my digital coaches. You can find him. He's kind of a slow talker, kind of a monotone voice, but he's really good. He gives a lot of wisdom. He's been passed away a long time. He's back like in the 50s and 60s kind of guy. But Earl Nightingale, you can look him up on YouTube or on Google. So playing cards, playing baccarat, or playing craps, it's all the same concept. There's just a little bit of a different mechanics to it, of the way it works. Casinos, the slots, those are the worst, because those are the ones that you can get hooked on very quickly because of the machine. The machine's engineered to capture your brain. That's and take your money, right? That's what the machine does. Come on, put it in. Put it in, you know. In fact, sometimes I remember when I was in the casino, wouldn't take a $5 bill, but put a 20 in there, the machine would suck it right up. Put a $100 bill in the machine, it would suck it right up. Put a $1 or a $5 bill, didn't want to take it. It's kind of weird. I don't know, but I've had experiences like that. So yes, gambling is lonely when you're in the casino in front of the machine. It's you and that machine. Yes. Yeah, look him up. He's very good. In fact, if you go on my playlists, J Reading, if you go on my playlist right there on YouTube, you can find most of the digital coaches that I've listened to over the years that have helped me immensely. You know, Earl Nightingale, Dale Carnegie, Napoleon Hill, Anthony Robbins, Mel Robbins, Les Brown, Brian Tracy, Jim Rohn, Dr. Maxwell Maltz, all of these guys. And then I listen to Grant Cardone. I listen to Ty Lopez. I don't listen to those guys too much anymore. And of course, I take advice from my business partner too, and my wife and my children. You know, I'm going to share something here. You guys, everybody, all of us in this episode, we all go through experiences, and sometimes they're experiences that we're not even aware of, and they're speaking to us. That's why conscious awareness is so important. Somebody sent me some information from the UK, from Estonia, I believe, up near Russia, about a book or this leader that talks about awareness. And I say it too. It's conscious awareness. You got to be consciously aware of who you are and what you're thinking. And the people that you get around today. I mean, more than ever. You notice that? You go places and you're constantly looking around, you're looking behind you. It's the atmosphere that we're living in today. And we have to be open-minded. We have to be absolutely consciously aware. Exactly. I would leave without $1 in my pocket. Sat in the parking lot garage, kept telling myself I wouldn't be back, but something always drew me back. You didn't draw a line in the cement. You see, you drew a line in the sand and the waves of circumstance and the water and the peoples and challenges. It washes away your decision. You got to draw a line in the cement, my friend. Metaphorically speaking, right? It's like take your problems, bag it up, put it on a rock, and shoot it to the moon. People think, well, that's silly, Santos. That's like, you know, it's kind of like children. You could learn a lot from children. Believe me, I learn a lot. I'm going to get to your question here. Somebody has a question. Brian Cecina. Welcome to the program, Brian. Episode 14. Thank you for being here. But, you know, we can do a lot of things. We can do a lot of little life hacks to retrain our brain, to regain and recapture the mind that either your mind is being conditioned by everything outside of you, or you are either reconditioning your mind yourself. Those are the only two places where we're at. You're either being hypnotized by the drama and by society and by the allure of all of these things outside of yourself, or you are hypnotizing yourself every single day. And that's the key. We got to learn to hypnotize ourselves. I know it sounds strange, but that's what we do. That's what creating a habit is. You're basically in a hypnotic state, and that's what you want. You want to be in a good hypnotic state. You're welcome, Brian. I appreciate you coming on board. By the way, guys, I'm here on Sundays also. I'm really looking forward to you guys interacting. It took every dollar I had. Jay Reading says, I'm penniless now and living off benefits and my parents at 39. Not good. Exactly, not good. But see, you can take all those negatives and turn them around. You can't change your past. You can go back there, right? Your mind can go back into the past, and your mind can actually go into the future. Abraham Lincoln said, in order to predict your future, in order to create your future, you have to predict your future. You know, what is it that you want? Again, it's easy to give in when you don't have direction, when you don't have a goal in your life. It's really easy to give in. And that's where most people are, the truth. But you know, yeah, I mean, I've been in the same position. I was homeless, man. I remember when I got notice of, I was living in this house and we got notice and I was asked to leave. I was shocked. And prior to that, I had lost a job, not particularly to gambling. Of course, I have lost jobs, but I'd been with a company for 11 years and I made some very, very foolish mistakes. And I lost a job of 11 years, almost 11 years. And I was living at the hotels, and then we got into a shelter with my family, with my 3 children. It was very humiliating. It was embarrassing. Well, here's the word that I wanted to look for earlier. I want to be transparent with people. See, I want people to know that I'm real. I want people to know that I struggle. Even though I'm a leader, even though I consider myself a soldier of self-mastery, a philosopher of everyday victorious living. Again, those are labels that I put on myself to keep myself focused, right? Soldiers and soldierettes. That's what this mission is, soldiers. And you're all soldiers, whether you recognize it or not. Whether you want to call yourself a soldier, that puts a label on you, right? What kind of a soldier do you want to be? What kind of a soldierette do you want to be? And you want to be a positive. You want to be a possibility thinker. You know, you want to be like a child at heart. in your mind. I say this, that parents or adults are all growed up, Growed. We adults are too growed up. We need to become like children in the imagination. You watch children play. I mean, they're in the zone and they come up with ideas and they think of things and they're easy to forgive and they love people and they just play with they build relationships like autopilot. You know, they live in their own world. It's like their imagination is like on steroids, man. And, you know, we as adults can have that very same thing. In fact, we can be even bigger because we've got more experiences. I'm telling you, study children, observe, play with them. I have this game that I play with my daughter, my granddaughter, when we're in the car on road trips. And I'm the captain of the airplane. And, you know, she's supposed to be the stewardess, or sometimes she plays the passenger. And we go through the whole scenario of the mask and the takeoff and, you know, put your seatbelts on. I mean, we play, literally get in, use your imagination. I'm telling you, your mind doesn't know the difference between, really, I mean, right now, right? I'm thinking, I'm sharing with you. Imagine yourself sitting on an airplane. Can you hear the engines? Can you hear, especially if you're sitting next to the engines? Can you picture the window? Can you see the little window you're looking out? Maybe you see some clouds, or maybe you're just over the you know, over the ocean, or you're leaving land and you're looking out, you know, you could smell the air. It gets cold in the airplanes, you know, maybe you got a little. So what I'm saying is that you can use your imagination to picture things to help you get to the next level. So, all sick. Hi, Santos. All sick. Welcome to the episode. I said I was only going to be here 30 minutes, but it looks like we're going to go overboard, man. Hi, Santos. Good to see you. Keep the good work going, bro. Kind regards from England. Thank you. Thank you once again for being here. And again, I'm here on Sunday. So we've been talking about why it seems so easy to give in, right? Why do we start something, you know, like people do the New Year's resolutions? And here's another thought, right? Challenges. Isn't it something that challenges seem to show up at just about the right time? You ever notice that? Challenges seem to show up at just the right time. And what is that time, Santos? At the time that we don't want them. Right? But here's the thing. But they're needed. We don't want difficulty, right? We want the easy life. Well, the easy life doesn't really exist for nobody, not even the wealthiest of wealthy. Yeah, they can have everything paid for and they can pay people to do things for them. But believe me, the wealthy people have their own fair share of challenges. And some of them are big time gamblers too. There's wealthy people out there that are losing millions, not thousands. You know, I may have lost hundreds of thousands of dollars over 32 plus years. There's people out there, and I've never met them, but I've read about them. I've met them online. Millions of dollars, millions. So when I think about my little ordeal that I've had, well, it's compared to others, man. There's always somebody that has it worse. Will it be the same time on Sunday? Yeah, I'm here at 4 p.m. on Sundays. And I'm going to be going 4 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. I am also going to be, I'm doing some live sessions on Facebook and on Instagram during the week. So if you want to catch me on Instagram, I think I'm doing it once or twice during the week, maybe just once. Follow me at Soldiers of Self-Mastery on Instagram. So come on, guys. I need some questions. Get in here. Let's learn. I want to learn from you guys. Midnight UK time, I think that is. I may change the program to a different time zone, but I'm not getting any feedback. So I hope I'm not scaring. Can you answer my questions? Yeah, I can see your questions here. If you haven't subscribed, by the way, all of you that are here, there's some very important information for you. And some of it is free. A free gift. I give out a free gift to help you develop your courage and your confidence. At the top of this chat session, you can subscribe. to the links. You can purchase my new book on Amazon. That new book is a mind training book. It will help you, my friend, if you use it. It will help you if you use it. And it's not a big book. It doesn't have 100 pages. It's a little book. It's a soft book, or you can read it on Kindle. The Little Red Book, Thoughts to Defeat Gambling. And that link is up above. You can go through Soldiers of Self-Mastery and donate. I mean, if you like if you're benefiting from this, my friend, you know, I invest a lot of my time and I invest money into what I'm doing. So, and I also give to charities financially. I don't do a whole lot. I do what I can, at least right now, because I'm basically starting all over, my friends. I'm starting all over. I've taken some big losses because of gambling and other things. So I don't hesitate to ask for donations. I don't hesitate to ask for people to get the book, give a gift away, because they're very good books, or they're a very good gift, could become a very good gift. And I'm going to be here, my friends, as long as my master gives me breath and gives me wisdom to do what I'm doing. I'm going to be here every Friday, and I'm going to be here every Sunday to encourage you guys and to help you guys make sure that you focus on Fridays so you don't move in the wrong direction. See, it's all about focus. And, you know, we all have the ability. We all have the ability to do some great things with our lives. Every one of you guys. The people that are here, the people that watch this episode after, you all have almost, I'm not going to say supernatural, but you have superior abilities, my friend. Superior. Yes, you heard me right. You all have superior abilities, but you got to dig deep down inside yourself and bring it up. You got to bring it up. So if you're going to stop something, Anthony Robbins, he says, if you're going to change your life, he says emotions are the force of life. Well, I don't necessarily agree with that statement, even though I agree with a lot of what Anthony Robbins does. He says that emotions are the force of life. I believe that the spirit of the Almighty is the force of life. The breath that he breathed in each and every one of us. Now, he says, but Anthony Robbins says that in order for you to change, you have to change, right? In order for you to change, you have to change. And how are you going to change? Well, they say inch by inch, it's a cinch, right? How are you going to change? By incorporating different. If you've been doing the same thing over and over and over and you're wanting change, it's not going to work, right? You got to change. You got to incorporate some things. It's like a big ship, an ocean liner, right? Picture a big ocean liner, right? That thing just doesn't turn and makes a right turn like a car. And our lives are like that big ocean liner. We have to take a little bit of turn, a little bit of turn. And next thing you know, 2 weeks, a month or two later, 6 months down the road, a year later, you're way off course. Way off the course that you didn't want to be on. I mean, so I maxed all my credit cards, got one written off, the others two still chasing me. I know. It's a nightmare, man. It's a complete nightmare. Over a year and a half. I'm still paying my dues. Paying another debt, $250 a month, $20.32. That's pain, my brother. That should be moving you in the right direction. All of these things that you're experiencing, these are signs. So sometimes I mentioned this earlier, we have experiences that are talking to us. They don't have a voice, but they do have a voice because they're talking to us. They're sending a message to us. Hey, wake up. Wake up. Look at this thing. You've ruined it. What's going to happen if you keep going in this direction? They won't lend me anymore. Yeah, people's credit goes down. The credit goes down the pipe, man. Right? And not only that, but we get entangled. We get entangled and we make choices to do other things, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. And it doesn't have to be necessarily cigarettes or alcohol. It could be something else, man. You know, there's prostitution. People sell their bodies, man, to play in the casinos. Believe me, it's a weird place. Won't lend me anymore. I'll be homeless. Well, you know, Jay Reading, you can choose to be homeless if you want to, but there's always places that you can get help. Again, you're going to have to humble yourself, my friend. I know that's not going to be easy, but it's doable. You know, it's not easy. It's not hard. It's doable. So, too ugly to do prostitution. Yeah, I mean, I tell you, when I was in the military guys, they pay for women, you know, a lot of them do. And I got into that too. And that almost killed me. That almost killed me, literally killed me, physically. My gambling, the wall man says, my gambling experience was like an escape from reality. That's right. So now I get my own high from making money and saving. That's my new perspective in life. Yeah, we're all, if you're still in the casino and you're pulling the handle or whatever it is that it doesn't necessarily have to be casino gambling. You're chasing a high, right? Even after the money's, well, you can win a jackpot and still put that jackpot back into the machine. Why? Because I mean, the money's involved, obviously. Yeah, we want to go into a casino and win a ton of money. That's kind of an obvious thing too. But when you've been in a casino for 10 hours, for 12 hours, sitting there feeding a machine, and you hit a jackpot, a so-called jackpot that's really not real, but you get $500-600, you end up putting that back into the machine. And that's what happens, my friends. Wow, we've been here almost an hour. So I'm excited. Tomorrow I'm going to head, I believe I'm going to go down to the beach so I can catch up on some writing. I'm working on another couple of books, and sometimes I feel like I'm all over the place. What are you guys going to do for this weekend to keep yourselves out of these places that we shouldn't be in? Gambling is a serious disease. That's right. Yep. It's one of the worst ones too, because it's just you. It's you and your mind and the machines, right? Whether it's a crap table, I call that a machine too. Even the card games, those are machines too. It's all part of the big machine. It's all part of one huge machine. And that's what we're up against, right? Worse than heroin. Yeah. So what are your goals for this week coming up? We'll be back here on Sunday, exploring and digging and talking and hopefully asking more open-ended questions. I appreciate all of you guys that joined tonight. I know that there was a little bit of interaction, and I appreciate that. I want to say that you are a very sophisticated being. Okay, the human brain, the human body, the human anatomy, what's on the inside of you, my friend, is amazing, radical. And yet we just abuse it. We don't take care of ourselves like we should. We focus on the wrong things. My friends, we have to overcome. We must focus and overcome these things that are trying to bring us down, because the longer we are there, the harder it will become. And some people don't make it through. Some people don't. They lose it all, and then they lose their mind. And then some commit suicide. They take their lives. All right. If you're ever in that position that you're thinking about, you're having suicidal thoughts, don't dwell on them, my friend. Whatever you do not dwell on those thoughts. Get them out of your head as soon as possible, because suicide is real. It's a seed. It's a thought that germinates very quickly. I was telling my wife this, and I believe this very strongly, that people that commit suicide, now this is my observation, but I truly believe this. I believe that people that commit suicide, there's a point where they repent, right? The ones that end up dying, there's a point where they recognize, oh my, what have I done? They're going through that stage, that spiritual stage of darkness. And some of them don't come back. We know some people that do commit suicide come back. They come back to life. They're maimed. They're not the same anymore. But people do that. But by then, by the time that the suicidal person recognizes within their own mind, oh man, it's too late. They're already slipping. Their life is slipping through, going through that final door. So it's better to think, right? Again, I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do here. I'm not here to tell you what to do, because you're your own man and you're your own woman. You're going to make your own decisions. But if what I'm sharing makes sense to you and you can find a way to apply it somehow, do it, my friend. Do it before it's too late. So I'm going to read a few more comments. I'm going to be ending here soon. Okay, guys, remember, all my information will be above. If you haven't subscribed to soldiersofselfmastery.com, you can do so at the beginning of this chat. The link will be there. I'm not going to mention anything else except for be here Sunday with your question and your mind like an open parachute, because parachutes don't work unless they're open. Call the Samaritans of you suicidal and get help from your gambling problem. Antidepressants help me stop jumping off a cliff. Antidepressants and those types of things. There's all kinds of things that we can use. We want to be as natural as possible, right? But meds, you got to do what you got to do, man. Whatever it is that you feel that you need to do in order to get yourself from point A to point B. If you want to be happier, if you want to have inner joy every single day, well, there's a plan for that, right? If you want to generate more income, if you've lost everything and you want to generate more income and you're still breathing, there's a plan for that, right? If you want to build those relationships that maybe were broken because of your hiding and your lies and all of the stuff, there's a plan for that. And that's what I'm doing in this channel. I would encourage you, check out more of my videos. Look at the playlists. You don't have to watch my videos and just listen to me. Check out my playlists. And if you're willing to challenge yourself, I guarantee it, you will experience a mind shift. You will do it. Or if you need a coach, you need somebody to take you by the hand. And I'm not trying to belittle anybody here, but if you need somebody to literally take you by the hand and be an accountability for you once or twice a week and do some mind shift sessions with you, you can hire me as your coach. You can hire me. You can go through that link. But I'm only willing to work with serious people. I'm upfront with guys and girls. I'm not, I want to help you get your victory as soon as possible. I want to help you get your freedom. So if you hire me, I'm committed. If you bring me on as your coach, I'm committed to helping you, man, whatever it takes. As long as you're committed, I'm going to be 125, 175% committed to helping you make sure you get your freedom, man. Because I tell you, freedom not only feels good, it smells good and it looks good. I may not look too good, but it looks good to me. I'm glad that I've broken out of that prison that I was in. So again, I'll post some tips on Sunday, guys. So make sure you make it on Sunday. Yes, everybody. Over an hour now. So much for 30 minutes. You're the best, Santos. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for your comments. Thank you guys for your interaction with me. You've made my evening. Okay, so I'm not going to the casino tonight. No, I better quit joking around. I don't play that way anymore. I've got the gambling underneath my feet, and I plan to keep it that way. Believe me, I plan to keep it that way. So I'm done, my friends. If there's a comment, a suggestion, an observation, a question that you want to ask me here before we end the session, I'm going to be cutting. On Sunday, you know what I'm going to do on Sunday, by the way? I'm going to read some some of my core values out of my journal that I've written over the last year and a half. And I think that you guys will enjoy some of those ideas and thoughts. I should probably make a book out of that, but I'm not going to. Well, you never know, I may in time. So have a super wonderful, fantastic day. Chat Sunday. Thank you. All of you guys, you know, may God bless you. Remember to make every single day, work on it. Work on it. Make up your own mantra, and whatever it may be. Maybe you could steal mine. People ask me, hey, can I steal your mantra? Go right ahead. You know, I don't own it. I just use it. Make every single day a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day, daily, in spite of and because of, my friends. Remember, the in spite of and the because of is going to hit you hard at times. So if you want to stay focused on where you're going and the decision after you've made a decision, remember, you got to have a plan. Have a plan. And part of your plan could be these episodes. So I see Ernst the Wall came on board. We're getting ready to wind down. Ernst, thank you for being here with us for a little bit. If you have a question, love that catchphrase. Yeah, a lot of people say, you know what, I trick people. I say, well, I had a microchip inserted into my subconscious. That's why I can say I'm having a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day daily in spite of and because of. People say, really? You had a chip? They're actually working on that. That's truth. They're working on trying to put a chip in our brains. They're doing it in monkeys and some other animals. So anyways, anything else before I go? 5, 4, 3. Oh, we got it. How to know to have a real friend you can trust with your life. How to know. Is this a question? You can trust. By J Reading. Is this a question that you're presenting? I mean, if you want to stay for a little bit longer, I'm not going to be talking so much, but if you want to ask me a question, I don't care what it ask me about anything. Business. Don't ask me about negatives, though. No. How to know to have a real friend? Well, you know, the more conscious aware that you become of who you are and what it is that you truly and honestly want and where you're going in life, you'll pick up, you know, who can be a friend in your life. I have many friends, and a lot of them are digital friends. Honestly, they're not physical. I have a lot of friends now. I'm kind of developing a base through my YouTube channel and through the emails. So I consider all of you guys my friends physically. But most of my friends, before I really started getting out there, were all digital. I turned my back on a lot of people because they weren't healthy for me. So, and I'm telling you, the more that you develop your life, the more that you become more of a leader, the more that you begin to live by true core values, the more that you begin to focus on where it is that you want to go in life, you're going to attract people. And if you, like me, I was afraid. I used to have a fear of men. I've overcome all of those things. I enjoy being around people, even people that I don't know, because you just have to, you know how to deal with those situations. And we all do. Just have to believe. And the more you do it, the more you believe, the more momentum, the more courage you build. The more you do those things, the more you believe, and then the more you want to keep doing it, right? It's like, once you get past the casino, you're going to want to continue building that strength, that stamina, and then you could use that into other areas. How the life hacks, the exercises, whatever it is that you're using to change your life, to change your mindset, you can use that for other areas. So I hope I've answered your question. Again, there's probably a little bit more that I can't see, I try to do the best that I can to answer your questions, but there's always two sides to the coin. You know what I mean? There's always two sides to the coin. So if I know a little bit more about your question, and of course, some of you guys are not going to get real personal here, you can always email me. You can send me an email, and I do my best to respond to every email that I get. Okay. Oh, I wanted to share this with you guys too. If you wanted, I'm doing a 30-minute complimentary session. Okay. if you feel that you want coaching in your life and maybe you're thinking about it, what could coaching do for you? What is coaching? If you want to connect with me, I'll give you a 30-minute consultation. It won't really be coaching. It'll be a form of it. And you can see if maybe you would want to take me on as your coach. And again, I'm going to be interviewing you too, because I'm not just going to take anybody to coach. Unfortunately, I won't take. It's not about money. You know, if you're not a proper candidate, and I'm not saying that you're not. I'm just saying I can't work with people that really don't have a real goal, or they just don't know what it is that they're kind of, back and forth. You gotta get through. You gotta make up your mind. And I'd be willing to help anybody that's willing to make up their mind and go forward. And I will help you. Believe me. I'll transfer everything in my power into your life so that you can start feeling more energetic and more focused. Okay, guys. The Wall Man, how long have you been clean gambling? That's a great question. How long have I been clean gambling? Well, I don't really focus on that, to be honest with you. It's been some time now. I started working on myself. I remember probably about, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. But I've just basically kind of overcome maybe like within the last year to 2 years, my friend. That's where I've made my comeback. So I don't really have a pinpoint date of when was my last time. I try not to. I don't even want to remember those times. Really, I just don't want to focus on those things because there's no need for it. I need to focus on going forward, and that's the important thing. I need to focus on where I am today and what I'm doing to keep myself going forward. Hopefully that makes some clarity. I was just curious. I've been asked that question by a few people, and it's a great question, but we need to get really good at asking questions that are going to help us individually. You see? I mean, I don't know, maybe that helps you, what I've just shared with you, but there's things that I don't even talk about on YouTube or in my videos or in my book, because I've been through some very ugly things. I don't need that. Everybody doesn't need to know everything, They know enough about me. So, but this is who I am. Who you see in videos, who you see in real life. And I'm telling you, actually, I'm probably more excited in real life because it's real life. So thank you once again. Great question. I didn't mind answering that as best as I could there. So anything else? I'm going to be cutting it down. Wow, 1 hour and 7 minutes. We've been really going on here. Thanks, Santos. You're a golden guy. I hope you're doing great. I'm working on being super fantastic, terrific, over the top every single day, my friend, in spite of and because of, I just went through a horrible situation with my daughter. She almost lost her life 2 nights ago in her car. And I've posted pictures on my Instagram account about, I just had the car towed away from in front of my, it's hard to believe that she came out of that situation alive. She totaled a little Sunfire, Pontiac Sun, totaled it. And she came out of that without a scratch. Well, she's a little bit bruised up. I believe she is. But I tell you, my friends, God's grace, man. I can't explain it. But yeah, she's doing fine. She's probably, her ego's been bruised up a little bit more also. So, things happen, man. And you got to watch out, because those things will hit you. Sadness will hit you in life, and you'll go through things. And what do we, as I mentioned earlier, the topic was, why is it that we seem to want to give in so easily? Well, all of these situations that happen in life, they bring us down. They weigh heavy upon us. They make us sad. And when we're sad, what's the fix, right? What's the escape? When we get angry, what's the escape? It's not an escape anymore, okay? We need to learn to find other escapes. Videos, journaling, positive self-talk, the library, reading, going for a walk, taking a hot shower or a cold one. You know, if you need to drink one beer once in a while, okay, a beer once in a while. I drink a beer, it gives me a headache. But hey, drink a beer. But one, you know what I'm saying? Once a year, once 6 months. In moderation. Again, I'm not promoting alcoholism here. I'm not a drinker, but I'll drink a cold beer once in a while. It doesn't faze me. Just like a lot of things. They do a lot of things. Just they don't faze me. You know? We don't let little life knock us down. That's right. And life will knock us down. It will happen. But it's how fast you get up is the key. See what I'm saying? Life will knock you down. I mean, we get hit with a sidewinder. We might be driving, and you might be next to a ballpark, right? What is it? Candlestick Park there in San Francisco. I've been by there many times. You go by there when they're playing baseball, and somebody hits it, one of those powerful hitters, the ball comes flying. Who knows? That could land right through your windshield. Unexpected. And it's happened. There's people that have things like that happen all the time. What do? We respond. We respond. We don't react. We must be prepared for that. Anyway, so yes, we don't want to let life knock us though. We don't want to. We want to get up immediately, fast. All right, guys, I'm going to end the session. I will see you Sunday. I'm challenging all of you guys to do something scary. Like Eleanor Roosevelt said, do something scary. And I'll end with this, my friends. Soldier of self-mastery, philosopher of everyday victorious living. John F. Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for the people. And that word country means the people. So, peace through strength. Thank you, guys. Sherry?